All right, Shalom. This is Yahawah'S by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahawah, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem, Harakah Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, Nagwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. It's going to be a quick reaction to this guy, Druski, all right, the comedian, um, basically mocking the Hebrew Israelites. But just to be fair, he's not mocking Israelites in general. He's mocking a specific camp, and and you can tell the camp that he's mocking by what he does. It says here, Druski goes full Hebrew Israelite and throws on garments and hits the streets to preach the gospel, and then that's where he's messing up. All right, because you're not supposed to disrespect the Lord's setup. All right, and not serving the Lord wholeheartedly, but going out there in mockery, and that's when, for his own salvation, he's sowing corruption instead of sowing towards life, which is what we do. Us teaching this truth is sowing towards life instead of corruption, and he's sowing towards the flesh. Just get views, clicks, likes. All right. Um, but it comes with the territory of people like IUIC that try to be we say dramatics spectacle. We're made a spectacle too. That's why I paused. But they purposely do it for the dramatics, um, like this right here. Hold on. He had them marching around. That's right. That's right. They even got a button that they push to say, that's right. And IUIC marching through every city. And people begin to look at that like, all right, what are they really doing? Putting on a show. Um, Showing that they're really part of that wide gate that's going off, cage full of birds, teaching false doctrine, partial truth that we're Israelites, teaching about the laws, but they're not teaching correctly. This is IUIC. And when you start when you move in this way that Nathaniel started, uh, the world sees it, and you got comedians out there, they're gonna mock it. All right. But is he mocking Israelites in general? I mean, naturally, yeah, it's happening because he took on the garments and put the Most High's name on the shirt. So I'm gonna play the video.
His word, white man.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. You celebrate Christmas, don't you, brother? Yes, you do. That is a white holiday.
White holiday. Black power. Black is power.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
You gotta admit, he kind of funny though. But the Lord ain't laughing. The Most High is gonna laugh but not in the way people think. That's what the scriptures say. The Most High is not mocked. You're busy mocking yourself in His sight and marking themselves. And I also wonder, like, damn, where you get all these jakes from? But this is where they messed up at by putting on the garments and putting the Most High's name on them. All right.
That's right. That's right.
So it's funny how you marching, right?
That's right. Receive this word, right here. That's right. That's right.
They clown the IUIC, man. They clearly clowning IUIC marching. Let's see. Let me play this one.
This is good.
The Lord didn't tell us to do all this. You know, marching city to city. He said, go out to the streets and teach. Yeah, they got flag posts. What the flag say? They don't even believe in the Most High name, man. They're mockery to themselves, man. So that's why you get people like this guy Druski seeing that spectacle and mocking it. See, this is where they messed up at. See if I can catch it right there. This is where they messed up at. They got the Most High's name on the script.
Brother, can I?
See that? So that's where it's a problem. Let me get a scripture. It's Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. All right. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he reap. For he that soweth into his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. And that's what this was. He was sowing to the flesh but he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting. All right. So he made a mockery of what we do. Uh, um, so he's sowing to his own self judgment from the Lord. So, right now, a good example of that a few years back was this guy here. I don't know. Can I zoom in on it maybe? Yeah, there we go. This guy here, Mike Epps and Ricky Harris, they were mocking the Israelites in general. And the Lord took one of them out, took out Ricky Harris, like I think a couple weeks later. So and Mike Epps was in being tormented for a few years after that. He kept running into brothers. People pulling. Akim was running into him on the road, rebuking him.
That's right. Look at you, bitch. You're looking for something to eat. You always eat. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be right here. They're gonna be talking right
Jake is comedians, man. But the Lord took this dude out.
here. Right now. But I'm good? No mic? Yeah. No mic? Yeah.
And where am I standing, TC? Am I good?
The black man.
So it's the same thing over and over again, right? It looks like IUIC, man, just marching around. Here's Matthews 23 and 5. It says, but all Matthews 23 and 5. Let's see, IUIC. Matter of fact, this one right here. Matthews 23 and 5. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad their phylacteries and enlarge the borders of their garments, and love the uppermost rooms at feasts, and the chief seats in the synagogues, and greetings in the markets, and to be called of men rabbis, masters, masters. All right. So they love for all their works to be seen of men, making making themselves a mockery. Isaiah 1 and 3. It says that now this is with the Druski situation. Hold up. Now he was just doing skits on Esau as well. All right, he almost got canceled for that. I'm sure he's not gonna get canceled for this. But it says Druski drops new skit about spiritual dudes on the streets, which is more attention. You can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. The Isaiah 1 and 3, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know, my people do not consider. They don't even consider it. They joke about it, mock it. A lot of them don't want to hear it. They're all about money. This is a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity. See, and sin unto sin. A seed of evil doers. That's what this is, nothing but evil, mocking the Lord. Um, Children that are corrupters, so they're gonna reap to themselves corruption. They have forsaken Yahweh, and that's a fact. He's not serving the Most High, so he's one of the people that's forsaken the Most High. All right. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards. All right. So yeah, man, uh, this type of stuff gonna make the Most High angry. We may chuckle about it because you may have a comedy bone, see the humor in it because he's mocking IUIC, but ultimately he still hasn't turned to the Most High Yahweh if he's an Israelite, and is mocking the men of the Lord, you know, naturally by dressing up as an Israelite in garment, a prophet. I mean, um, and going out acting like he's teaching. I don't know if he's holding the Bible and disrespecting the Most High's name. That's where he's wrong at. But mocking IUIC is like, who cares? They false prophets anyway. All right. So this is the problem right here. You see the guy holding the shirt with the Most High's name on it, and he kind of just flap it on the ground. And he got the fringes, right? So that's the mockery. You got Judah on the shirt, and that's what the Most High don't like right there. This is let's go to all right, let's go to Isaiah 20:7. It says, "Thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh thy power in vain." And the word "vain" means to treat it like it's unimportant. So you're not supposed to take his name and treat it like it's dismissive or unimportant. Like IUIC, Nate, their leader, he wrote it on a rock and was joking about it, mocking the Lord. Now they're being mocked. All right. For Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. So even the guy holding his shirt, he said, we all shall pass before the throne of the Most High, judgment seat of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. All right. But we want to sow seeds of righteousness, not sow in corruption, because that's what we will reap, corruption. Sow into the flesh. So we want to sow to the spirit. By doing so, you go out there and sincerely teach. Because when you go out there acting like a prophet and mocking him, you're acting like you're mocking his altar. Uh, let's go to 1 Corinthians 4:9. For I think that Yahweh have set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death. So the real apostles and prophets, you'd think we were just here to suffer. No, because um, what's coming cannot be compared to the suffering we go through now. All right, and the Lord called us to be refined as gold. It says, "For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men." So we're made a spectacle unto the world, the nations, um, and we're a spectacle unto the angels. So the angels are watching us, and a spectacle unto Israelites. All right, being mocked by people like Druski, if he's a Jake. We are fools for Yahawah's sake, but ye are wise in Yahawah. Talking about people like IUIC. We're called fools and poor and bums, Israelites and all that. But they look at IUIC like they're wise. Why? Because they think gain is godliness. It says, we are weak, but ye are strong. So they're called strong, and we're called the weak ones because we don't have money. Well, some people have money, but I'm talking about like a whole setup, like a what do you call it, 501c3 charter in a church, and meeting up with flags and horn blowers. And ye are honorable. They call them honorable, but we are despised. Like they despise people and mock people like Elder Pastor Hard, but they honor people like Nate of IUIC and Johanna. They call him General, right? So we're despised. Um, it says, even unto this present day, we both hunger and thirst, um, and are naked and are buffeted and have no certain dwelling place. In labor, we work in regular jobs, working with our own hands, making your own money, right? Being reviled, we bless. Being persecuted, we suffer it. And this is part of that persecution for more uh, idiocracy. People walking by just laughing at it. Druski just did a skit on y'all. Did y'all see it? Not taking it serious. As the seriousness is moving fast. The destruction, Judgment Day, being defamed. Ooh, see, this is part of the defamation. Being defamed, we entreat. We are made as the filth of the world, and are the offscouring of all things unto this day. Even to this day, see, they mocking the Hebrew, they mocking the prophets. All right, so they're making light of it like it's nothing. But this is serious. Matthew 12:36. So pride cometh before destruction. Matthew 12:36. It says, "But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment." And there's a part where this guy Druski is marching and saying, "Who's your God?" And he said, "Yeshua." So they disrespecting the Lord's name by calling him a false name, saying Yeshua, and his true name is Yahawah'S, and they got Yahweh's name on on their shirts, mocking his name, treating it in vain. So they're going to have to give account for that in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. Right? Let me get this real quick. Uh, look at this. This is 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So what type of person should you be in all your actions and in your spiritual walk? They should be what? Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Yahweh. And you do that by going out and teaching and prophesying to the people. Wherein the heavens shall be on fire, it shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. All right. Um, let's get Matthew 12:36. Oh, I already got that. My bad. So like, let's go to Luke 6:25. It says, um, no, let's go to Luke 6:24. Woe unto you that are rich, and this guy is considered rich now, like a millionaire, some almost a billionaire. Druski, for ye have received your consolation. See, that's why he mocking. You know, they received their consolation on their side. So the Lord gonna probably wipe them out and bring them back in the kingdom as a baby. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe will happen when the famine comes. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. And that's the scary part. He's mocking the King of Terrors, the Most High, and he requires that which is past. Um, It says, woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. It's crazy. So you don't want to mock the Lord. Let's go to what's that, Sirach? I'm gonna get this on my phone, so I don't have to pull it up on the computer. Sirach 27, 28. Yeah, 27. The Sirach 27 to 28. Mockery and reproach are from the proud. See, pride comes before a fall. So mockery and reproach, man. So you got people that come by and scoff at us, blame us, reproach. Then you got people that mock us. And that falls under the umbrella of scoffing and scorning. Mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them. And that's from the Most High. Sheesh. Because it says what? Let me go to, what was that, second Ezra's 9, I think it is. This is second Ezra's 9 and 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works. And these are his works. He's sowing towards um corruption, you know, mockery. So the Lord gonna mock them. Sowing towards pride. So the Lord gonna be prideful towards them, you know. So if you show it towards life, the Lord gonna bring life to you. Um and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. All right, so those that come to the Lord must believe that he is first. Shall be preserved from the said perils, man. That's when the Lord gonna have his laugh. And shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, man. And this is one of the Lord's ways, going out and teaching, prophesying with garments on. And those that are abusing it. And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in the torment. So the Lord gonna leave him here in the torments. And I'm sure hunger will be one of them torments before the destruction. But such as in their life have received benefits, he became rich. That's why I say, woe unto you that are rich and have not known me. That's crazy, man. And they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet a place of repentance. That's what this is. When we out there teaching, that's the place of repentance. Is open unto them, understood not, but despised it, man. See that they don't understand that this is a doorway, and they're mocking the setup of the Lord, the hand of the Lord. That's what we represent out there. All right. They're mocking the old paths. They're mocking their own salvation. All right. So 2 Peter 3 and 11. 2 Peter 3 and 11. It says, seeing, yes, kind of, I just got that, man. I'm tripping. So lucky. Let's go to 2 Timothy 3 and 2. It says, 2 Timothy 3 and 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. So it's going to happen. Perilous times, whether they mock it or not, they don't take it serious. They scoff at us, laugh at us. All right. So it says, my children about to wake up. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. That's that internet, social media streaming, and they get caught up in it. Ain't nothing wrong with doing that, but it shouldn't lead them to scoff at uh, the Most High and sincere brothers, because of the fake ones, which is like IUIC. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud. See, mockery is of the proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. All right. So, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. It says, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yahweh. So he loved that comedy more than he loved righteousness. All right. And he got that show called I forgot what it's called, man. Something about records. But he act real demonic on there. All right. Let me get the second. No, let's go to Galatians 6 and 7. And I'm gonna wrap this up. It says, be not deceived. Be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. All right. So it's not the most high being mocked when man tries to mock him and scoff and all that. For whatsoever a man soweth, that man or that shall he also reap. It's going to come back to that person. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. All right. So Proverbs 1 and 20 says Proverbs 1 and 20, and this is why we go out and teach. Uh, we wear garments, sackcloth, and go out and teach. We're not supposed to be wearing soft raiment, going out marching with banners and we're Israelites. That's what Yahawah'S going to do. He's going to show up with trumpets and words written on his garments. Our job is to go out and just teach and live out. He said, do thy business in quiet, and wisdom. It says, wisdom crieth without; she uttereth her voice in the streets. So this is why we go out and teach on the streets. People say, yeah, them angry people's out there. No, the scriptures command us to go out and lift our voice and usher in the Lord's return and give our people warning and warning to the daughter of Babylon as well, to Esau and these other nations. That judgment day is coming. All right. And giving honor to the Lord's name by tying it to the true prophecies, spirit of prophecy, and to his son Yahawah'S, giving them the glory when these things come to pass. So that's why we cry out in the streets, making us fishers of men, and just casting it out in the spirit. And the Lord is going to draw those that will listen to the door. All right. She crieth in the chief place of concourse. All right. And out in the highways and byways, not literally on the highways, but in the city course or parks and different places. In the openings of the gates in the city, she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, would ye love simplicity? And that's what they love, simplicity, stupidity, comedy, folly. Folly is held in great dignity, right? Will ye love simplicity? And scorners delight in their scorning, man. This is scorning. and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. All right. So when you hear the true man of the Lord speaking, you people like IUIC, they look at them as like barbarians. That's what the scriptures say. As strangers. All right. Barbarians was another way of saying foreigner, like Gentile. That was a Greek way of calling. They would call people barbarians. So Paul was like, "Yo, if I don't break down what I'm saying to you correctly, people gonna look at me as a they ain't gonna understand what the hell I'm saying." So he's out there. That's right, and that's all. That's why this dude is mocking him. It says, it says, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make my words known unto you, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out mine hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at not all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. So they clowning all the Israelites in general at this point. All right. I will also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. You know, famine, destruction. The mirth of the land is gone. Judgment day, suffering, sadness. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. World War III. That's when the Lord gonna have his laugh. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, sheesh. Then they shall call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. That's what he wants. He supposed to fear the Most High right now. And this is mocking. This is not showing the fear of the Lord. The fear of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You're supposed to be searching for him and keeping that foot when you enter the house of the Lord. You know, and um, approaching his presence with chasteness and respect and meekness, asking the Lord for understanding. But instead, they just out there mocking and going off to make their money. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. They would none of my counsel. They despised all of my reproof from the scriptures, you know, the law, statutes, and commandments, and the judgments. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turn, you might get this. Druski might get the MOTB. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools. That's what it is. This is the prosperity of fools shall destroy them, man. The ones that's following them. So the ones that's following them, part of this whole skit, people that laugh at it and enjoy it. You know, we may chuckle because we see the humor in it as far as them mocking IUIC, but um, the prosperity of fools shall destroy them, man. When fools prosper, it brings destruction to the ones that follow them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from fear of evil. And that's the goal. So yeah, let them have their way.
Do you feel as if this is right? Boys, you need to come join us, bro.
That's right.
You need to come join us.
That's right.
That's right.
We are not equal.
We are.
That's right.
So man, there, man. Hope this is edifying. See you on the next one. Shalom.